Hello world, I'm LJ and this is LJ Goes Sweden. Today is Story Sunday and as you can see right here, I'm on my daily short walk through the area to get some fresh air. And yeah, we will finish the video back in my room when I will be talking about prom. But before that, first of all, of course, I want to talk about my day and all the things that happened. Unfortunately, it's not so much. I wished it was more until now. So it's like 2:30. And yeah, so I was actually hoping to get a response for my possible job at Sunmina. But she didn't text me yet. The people at the house were telling me like, yeah, okay, maybe I should like give her a call. So I probably have to do this in like 20 minutes. And then I can tell you when I'm at the house how it went. But yeah, so besides this, I have actually, I got a call this morning for a job here in Sundsvall, and she was asking me in Swedish, so she was talking to me in Swedish about like maybe getting a job interview next week, and then like at a certain point I had to ask her to switch to English because I was just too scared that I missed the important information. But yeah, so she wanted to give me an appointment for next Tuesday. The problem with that, however, was that in my planning, if I'm going to Germany for Christmas to see my friends, my family, then I was planning on going next Tuesday, so the 19th. And she was trying to give me an appointment there, and I was like, does it also work on Monday? Yeah, and now I have two job interviews on Monday. The first one is the engineering interview with Northvolt at I think like 10 a.m. in the morning or 10:30, and the second one is for that Swedish company WSP, which is at 2 p.m. and I have to be there in person. So I will go to the company, and yeah, it is regarding a laboratory position. So I'm interested what's going to happen there. But I just hope I was not too unfriendly to her when I switched to English and asked her about Monday. But yeah, I don't know. It's still, I just wish I could haven't made a decision yet with going home. However, and that's the important factor, some of the people watching this are friends of mine that are basically are also at the meeting, like at the friends gathering before Christmas on the 21st and 22nd. So of course, if I go back, I want to surprise them, and I can only surprise them if I'm not talking about this in the video. So if I will be going back to Germany, you will actually see this on the day when the friends gathering is happening, so the 21st. Because for me it would be the 19th, and I will be taking the plane or maybe going by train, it depends. But yeah, I don't want to tell them those information, so you have to wait because it will be a good surprise. Yeah, okay, so at least we talked about this now. Okay, so as you can see, I'm back now at the football field, just going the other way compared to last Monday. For me last Monday, so for you last Wednesday. For you last Monday, I'm sorry. Okay, so next week, Monday, 2 job interviews, and eventually, Tuesday, going back to Germany. However, I'm really not sure because my inner person tells me like I want to go back because I also have some important things still at home that I need here in Sweden, and I don't know when will be the next time that I will be back in Germany, because if I really get a job, I really think that my first time taking holidays will probably be in summer, so in June, July. And I just don't know if that, I just want to take this opportunity to, be there, say hello after 2 months instead of waiting 6 more months. But we will we really have to see what will happen. When I call her. I don't even know if she is still there. It's Friday, but I really hope, because I cannot make this decision on Monday, or if I make it on Monday, I'm just too scared that it is way more expensive already, because buying a plane ticket for the day after you book it is a bit crazy. So I don't know. Okay, so that is basically all that I can tell you right here, being outside as of right now. But we will be back together, just in a second in the house, and then I will tell you more on that and also on the prom story. Okay guys, we're now back in my room, and I can tell you that I've made a decision for Christmas. But as I told you before outside, I will not tell you. You will see on the 21st of December if I'm staying here or if I'm going back to Germany. Okay, so I have called her, like the hiring manager, and I was still outside when I tried to call her, and my hands were just freezing and she did not respond. There was again an automated voice. So I was like, I'm not gonna make it to get in contact with her today, because it was already after 3, and so I was going home a bit faster, because also my phone was getting so cold that I lost the connection to my SIM card. So I was not even able anymore to call anybody or use mobile data. But so I went home. Then I called again with my tactic, using the iPad and the Google Translator there to translate the automated voice. And as I guessed, it was just like, you are now at the voicemail and leave a message or press a certain number. So I did not do that. And I was like, okay, there was a second number given by her email that I can give a call. So I waited again, of course, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then I called that number, but at this time it was already like 4 p.m. So I was like, no way, there's nobody going to respond. However, she responded, like somebody was picking up the phone, and it was her. And I was like, okay, so now I was asking her, like, what do you think? I'm not sure if I can, like, I tried to say or tell her, like, I'm not sure about going back to Germany, because I don't know if I have to be in person available next week, if I have to sign a contract, an offer, or whatever. And she was like, you can go to Germany. And I was like, it was not the result that I was expecting, because I was hoping that she would just tell me, like, okay, we will send you a contract next week or something like that. And the way she responded, it was like, you will get a message from us per email probably if you go back to Germany, or we will give you a call. And but it was formulated in a way that it also sounded like it could be possible in January. And I was like, and so after the call, I was like, oh my gosh, like, no, this is actually like still such an confusing feeling. And then there was something else. She was like telling me, okay, the expected salary that I was telling her was above, based on my experience and all those things. So I was just telling her that I'm definitely open for negotiation. And of course, like, I would not just say something and then say that's the only thing. And if it's below, then I'm not going to do it. That's no. Of course, I'm willing to negotiate. So we will see
How it goes, of course, I cannot tell you. But yeah, okay. So, and then the conversation ended. So I was actually even more confused having talked to her than before. So yeah, I thought about it and I thought about it, and based on this conversation and my like, I made it a list in my head. What are the advantages of going back to Christmas and what are the disadvantages? And based on that, combined with a conversation with my dad, I have made a decision. But yeah, you will see. Okay, so I've talked a lot about today already, so now let's talk about prom. And I can just tell you, it's definitely a once of a lifetime experience for me, and it was amazing. That's the best word. It was purely amazing. So I was in 11th grade, and I remember when I came to the school, like already during the first week, when last time I talked with you about the dance that like starts the school year, there was one girl, and I can just tell you, it instantly became like my high school crush. We will just call her Liv. So if you see this, yeah, um, I think she knows. I've never really told her. I think that I like had an amazing crush on her, but yeah, she's not stupid, so of course. But yeah, I was 15, so it was like, different country, different continent, and it's yeah, and I knew just like, okay, I need somebody for prom. Prom, of course, being like at the end of the school year, so in April the year after. And I was like, okay, I have to ask her to be my prom date. And I remember that I don't know, was it in November or December that I had the plan to ask her to be my prom date. And afterwards I just knew like that I was basically like probably the first person in that year that asked anybody to go to prom. And because I was just like so in love, however you want to call it, with 15. But yeah, I just remember. And afterwards, if I just tell you right now, I feel a bit like awkward talking about it. But you have to think about it like this. I have made like a small box where I put in some German candy. And what else did I put in there? I don't really know anymore. But there was some kind of message which said like, do you want to go to prom with me? And the way how I asked her out was basically like proposing. So I was waiting for her like at one of the days, and yeah, then she came there and she was going to her car because in Iowa you were able to drive your car from school and back already with 15 or 16. And yeah, so we were walking to her car and we were walking through that school parking lot. And then, yeah, I went down on one of my knees and I had this box and I basically was like proposing just without a ring. And instead, it was like, do you want to go to prom with me? And yeah, so she said yes. But just like the way I did it, I don't think I would do that this way. I think I would be a bit more creative. But yeah, that's it was crazy. So she said yes, and yeah, in the end, I remember like that she was of course like looking for a certain dress, and she wanted to have a white one. I think in the beginning she was sending me like an image, and I just told her like, I don't want to know what dress you have because it has to be a surprise. So I just told her like, what kind of tuxedo should I wear so that it's fitting with the colors. And like 2 3 weeks or maybe a month before the prom was, we went to like a tuxedo store where you can rent them, and she was going with me and she was picking the color for my tux. So it was cool. It really was a cool experience. Basically, like a wedding experience. Of course, it was prom, but I liked it the way it was. And for our prom, my host family and other like host parents, they created like a good day for us. So we were picked up with a certain bus, which was like a bit decorated. It was like a party bus, and it all started at the church, because my host mom was like working at the church, and they were very Catholic. So we started partying there. We had like food together, and also like, of course, desserts. And then we were taking pictures outside of the church. And yeah, I also got like this flower thing. So I remember I had to buy the flowers for her, for Liv and me. And I just remember, like, when I see those images, how my fly that I was wearing was like totally twisted. So if you want to see a few of those pictures from prom, you can check out my Instagram. But already that, like, now thinking about it, it's just crazy. And yeah, so we were taking the bus then to go to a different location where we made like more pictures. And then we went to the location where the prom was happening. So, but before I talk about that, I just see that I have to make more space on my SD card. So we will continue in a second. Okay, so we have 6 more minutes now, and I also hope that I will be able to finish that part. So we went to the location where the prom was, and there was like a huge queue with a lot of people from the school that are attending prom. And the motto for our prom party was Star Wars, because it was in 2016 and 2015 in December, the newest Star Wars movie, the first one from Disney, episode 7 came out. So of course that was the theme. And yeah, there were a lot of locations where you could take like pictures with Star Wars accessories, so like lightsabers and all those things. There were also people disguised with Star Wars costumes, and like those paper cardwork people like Han Solo. And yeah, the theme was cool. So prom itself was also cool. So of course it all started with a dance where you basically like as all the school parties that were going there, like you have certain music, like you have party-ish music, but you also have like slow dance music, which was nice. I talked about this last week already, so I liked the parties that they have been doing at the school. And it was going, I think, until midnight, and then there was a gap for an hour, I think, or was it 2? So between midnight and 2 a.m. or something like this, nothing happened. And that was the time where basically the after prom started. So what is after prom for the people who are not from America? Basically, it's like a new adventure inside a certain location from town where you can have fun with your friends. So you basically change into more casual clothing, and you can, for example, play board games. You can also go on certain types of like slides, or like a jumping what is it called, like those air-filled jumping things where you can just jump around and have fun. I remember also I was playing like blackjack and poker. Of course you did not spend any money, but you could like win candy and things. And that was actually like also an even more cool experience. There was also a magician who was like doing some magic tricks when you were sitting around. You had like pizza and drinks for free. It was awesome. And I also remember there was a quiz bus. I really remember that. So you could go on a bus with other people that you know, or also that you did not know, and you were going through the city. You did not see anything through the windows, but you had to answer like certain questions in this bus. And this was really a party bus. So you did not sit like you usually sit in a bus. It was just like in a limousine, basically. That was awesome. It was really good. And yeah, the final thing for after prom was then, I think, at 4 a.m. in the morning. that we do, we did a certain event. So last time they told me that they had like a guy there who was, I'm sorry, I forgot the word, who was like trying to hypnotize you, and then you are like acting like a bird or like a dog. That was the years before us. Of course, I would love to do that, like to see if it really works on me. But for this year where I was attending, they had a guy there who was basically the host for a show. I'm sorry, I don't know the English name, but it's the show where you show like certain products and then everybody has to bet how expensive it is. And if you are very close to the original price, you get this product. So certain people from the crowd, from the attendees, have been selected. Unfortunately, I was not one of them. And then, yeah, they had to guess the prices. And I remember there was like one girl winning a kayak, like for, I don't know, $600 or something like that. So there were really expensive prices. I think also like a flat screen, so a TV. That's like just such things are, I cannot even think about those things being possible in Germany. But after that show, everybody went to bed, or like was leaving at least. And I really know, I think it was like 5 or 5:30 already in the morning when I went to bed. But I can tell you that was once in a lifetime. And I'm very grateful to have been there. I'm very grateful that I could go with my high school crush, which is of course like a very happy end story. In the end, I can also just tell you, it never worked out. Of course, I had to go back to Germany and long distance, and also I was 15, so there did a lot of awkward things happened. But that's maybe a story for in a few years when I am more chill to talk with you about those things. But yeah, that's all I can tell you right now. That was my prom experience, 2015-16. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the story. I really don't know what I will be talking about next time, but what I can tell you next time, it's Christmas next Sunday. So I will think about something special, maybe. You will see. Maybe I will be talking about Christmas in America, but it's a surprise. So see you next time. Goodbye.